Hi, my name is Dan Hosier. I'm an amateur trick shot artist, and today I'm going to be showing off the level 1 shots from the Trick and Fancy program. Trick and Fancy can be categorized as having an intricate setup, maybe not such an intricate stroke. So let's get started with the setup and the execution of all three shots. Alright, here's the setup for 1A. We're going to start with the cue ball right on the spot. The 2 we're going to set directly into this pocket. The line of center is between the 2 and the 1 goes to that. And the tangent line should go right through the center of this pocket. Once that's set up, I check my line of centers again, and that's good. The 3 is going to be hanging in the pocket, and for setting up the cue ball, the rule is it has to be behind the head string. And so what I'm going to do is put it between the first diamond and the second diamond, lay my cue across the table, bring the cue ball up so that it's almost to the head string. To shoot this shot, I'm going to shoot with a lot of left English, so that the cue ball would hit directly on the 1, right on this line. That's going to clip the 2. The 2 will go in the corner, the 1 will go in that corner. The cue ball will travel 3 rails to make the 3. In shot 1B, we're going to make 4 balls at once. Again, to start, we're going to start with this same combo. I'm going to start with the 1, 2. The 1 goes on the spot. The 2 is going to have the tangent line through the corner pocket. Now, one change I'm going to make from the first shot is I'm going to move my cue stick so there's about a chalk width here. So moving towards the short rail. I'll discuss why I do that in the concept section towards the end of the video. And so when I do that, my line of centers is going to go off towards the long rail as well. The rest of the setup, we're going to start with the cue ball about 1 ball away from the cut of the corner pocket. The 3, we're going to line up so that it would go just there into the pocket. I'll discuss why in the concept section. And the 4, we're going to set up so that it would hit the rail right here, or the center of the 4 would hit the rail right here. Again, we're going to discuss why later on. For execution, all I have to do is shoot the cue ball so that it'd have a half ball hit onto the 2, and that'll pocket all 4 balls. Shot 1C is another 4-ball shot, and let me get started with the setup there. What we're going to do is start with the 1 so that it and another ball would split the center of the pocket. The 1 is going to be just to the cut of the pocket. I'm going to set a tangent line here that goes pretty much to the center of that pocket. That 1 and 2 have to be frozen. The 3 has to be in the area but doesn't have to be frozen. And the 4 is going to go hanging into the corner pocket. I'm going to set up another tangent from the 2, 3. And I use that line to set up my cue ball. My cue ball I'm going to set up behind the center line of the table. and just to my left of the cue. To shoot this shot, I'm going to shoot pretty much straight right. So not up or down on the cue ball, but straight right. And as if I was shooting directly into the 1. If I do that, the 2 should go there, the 1 should go there, the cue ball will hit the 3, 3 goes there, cue ball will continue down the rail and make the 4. So how do you get the balls to be frozen together? It's pretty easy. You do something called tapping in. What I'm going to do is take the 1, just place it where I want it to be, and then take the cue ball and tap right on top of it. You don't have to tap hard. All you're doing is putting a small indent in the cloth. In fact, we can see that indent if I try to push the 1 very lightly. You can see it roll right back to where it was. That's good. That's what we want. Now to set up the other ball, you're going to set it up in position. Let's say I'm trying to set it up into the side pocket. Set it up in position and then roll it so that it's pushing the 1 just a little bit and tap it. What you're doing there is you're taking your 2 indents and you're putting them slightly closer than the bases of the balls. That's going to push the 2 balls into each other. So now we have a completely frozen cluster of the 1 and the 2. In shot 1B, we have 4 balls going into 3 different pockets, and it can be difficult knowing exactly how they're going in, whether they're going a little to the left or a little to the right. So one thing that I like to do when I'm practicing is take something like golf tees, you could use dominoes, really anything that will fall down when it's hit, and I just set those up to show me whether I'm missing too far to the left or too far to the right. So I would want to go right through each of these. So the 4 will want to go right through the 12, the 3, I want to go right through the 11, the 2 right through the 10, and the 1 right through the 9. Now I don't want the 1 to continue down and disturb either of these, so I've just set up a blocker to make sure that doesn't happen. I've set this up incorrectly. I've set it up so the 1 and the cue ball have the line of centers going right through the center of the pocket. The same with the cue ball and the 4. Line of centers are going right through the corner pocket, and the tangent between the 1 and the 2 is going right through the middle of the corner pocket as well. When I shoot this though, we should see why I would want to angle those. Alright, and that's about all we need to know. The 3 missed too far to the right, that's why I angle it off to the left. The 2 actually ended up missing completely, but what I believe happened is it missed to the left and then hit the 1 to the right. The 1 to the right kicked out this way, so that kind of tells me that that's what happened. The 4 went in, but did end up missing too far to the left, and the cue ball also missed too far to the left. So that's why I angled those adjustments off to the side. Alright, so learning from before, I've now set up the balls correctly. The 3 is angled off to the left, the tangent angled off to the right, and the 4 is angled right about to go right through the center of that. So now that I've done that, even through these smaller pockets, we should be able to make all 4 balls. So here's what's doing when I shoot that. The cue ball's going to come and it's going to hit the 10. As it hits the 10, the 10 is going to drag across the 9. And do you see how that turns the 9 ever so slightly? It's that turn that causes it to go off to the left. So as I turn like this and it rolls forward, that takes and throws it off to the left. So the same thing happens with the other part of the setup. As the cue ball goes between the red and the purple, you should see the red will rotate counterclockwise and the purple will rotate clockwise. The challenging part of shot 1A is to get the cue ball to go 3 rails around to make the 3. To give you an idea of why that's challenging, I'm going to take away the whole first part of the shot, which is to hit the 2-1 combo right about there. I'm going to just make a quick mark on my table here about where I have the cue ball. And if I shoot that cue ball right at the corner of the pocket, we should see that I'm going to miss the 3. It comes quite a bit short of where the 3 would be. And so there's a few ways that you can fix that. You might be tempted to use top spin, but when you do that, it's going to really grab off this second rail and have it come up short as well. Like that. So the best way to get around the table is to use a little bit of left-hand English. And what I mean by that is if I draw a clock face on the cue ball, 12 o'clock is the top, 6 o'clock's the bottom, 3 o'clock's the right, 9 o'clock's the left. I'm going to move my cue right to about 9 o'clock, just a tip or so off center. And now when I come around the table, it goes right to the 3. Because we're shooting not on the center of the cue ball but off to the side to get English to come around the rails, it's going to end up squirting the cue ball off to my right because I'm shooting on the left. This is an exercise that I do to make sure that I'm adjusting correctly for that. I set the 10 up right about where I want the cue ball to end up coming through. I'm going to set my tees right just to the edges of those, maybe a quarter of an inch off on either side. And now, make sure that I'm shooting right through that. These shots are a great introduction to trick shots and some of the concepts that you'll see in them. I hope you have a good time practicing these shots and starting to understand some of the common things that you'll use in trick shots. Please be sure to post video of you performing these shots and also let me know if you have any questions.